Cocaine Bear opens up this weekend, guys, and here is my review. What did I think about it? I thought it was pretty fun at the theaters, pretty entertaining, as I said in my initial reaction. So, Cocaine Bear, what is it? It's about a bear that gets into some cocaine in the woods. So, an oddball group of cops, criminals, tourists, and teenage converge on a Georgia forest where a huge black bear goes on a murderous rampage after unintentionally ingesting some cocaine. Yeah, so we saw from the trailers that this drug dealer drops his shipment over the forest, and then the bear gets into it, and it's based on a real event. It really did happen. Not quite as gruesome as what this movie is, because the brutality in this, I didn't highlight this in my straight out of the theater reaction. There is some brutal kills in this. It does get bloody and gory at points. Keri Russell's in this, Alden, Ehrenreich, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ray Liotta. Now, this is not Ray Liotta's last film. He's got a few more in the can that are still going to come out. But it did pay a nice little tribute to him at the end there, saying rest in peace for Ray Liotta, who passed on like last year. And it was kind of a little bit of a somber kind of, I forgot that he's gone now. But the CG bear in this worked. And they had to take it that route. Now, some of the criticisms I've seen coming out of this was that it was too long. I don't think so, guys. As I said, it's an hour and 35 minutes, so it runs pretty fast. Some people were complaining that it was boring because it does try to bring in some family elements. I mean, Keri Russell's out looking for her daughter that skipped school in the woods, and that's how that story comes in, right? And of course, then the drug dealer who dropped the stuff is out there looking for his stuff to try to get it back, and the bear just wreaks havoc, right? And there's a forest ranger plot line and stuff in there that some people will say, well, just get to the killing and stuff like that. Some people may say that it's like a one-note kind of gag, that this bear is all hyped up and stuff like that. But the director, Elizabeth Banks, I felt like she did a good job with this. She also did things like that Charlie's Angels reboot and Pitch Perfect 2, right? So I think this is a step in the right direction for her, coming together. As I said, coming out, try to watch this in a full theater, guys. Watch it with other people, because there's going to be things in there that people will be laughing at the same time. People will be going, oh, when like the gore stuff happens, like arms being bitten off and stuff like that. That ambulance scene that you see in the trailers is, it does pay off, though. It does pay off. So those moments, I definitely say, are worth checking out. It's not going to be like an epic kind of thing that you'd be like, oh, you got to see it because of the story and stuff like that. No, that's not like that. It's schlock, right? Let's go over the tomato meter and see what people are saying. Ooh, 72% by the critics, 82% by the audience as of 11:15 on Friday morning. And I'm sure that these numbers will be adjusted a little bit more as things come in, because as of yesterday, I think Cocaine Bear was like 100% or something. Yeah, it's going to come down. People are going to realize it for what it is. CGI bear, it worked for me, though. You know, I was a little bit scared that it may look a little bit bad, but yeah, Keri Russell, we don't see enough of her. We don't. Let's take a look at some of the snapshot reviews. From Empire Magazine, who didn't like it, says, it's a great premise, but overpopulated by dull characters, and a flat-feet cocaine bear is sadly a party animal that never gets started. Not quite a Coke Zero, but close. What? So he's trying to be charming with that analysis that I don't appreciate, but whatever. Okay, next up is a good one that says Cocaine Bear does not try to sell itself as something that it is not. This is a bear. It is addicted to cocaine. It proceeds to kill several people. Gory, whacked out weirdness transpires over an economical 95-minute runtime. That's it. That's the movie. Yeah, exactly. So if you know that going in, I mean, you're not going to get any kind of like revelation about how you feel about your family or stuff like that. Or they try a little bit on the edge to do surface level stuff like that. But it's like, you don't care about that stuff. And once O'Shea Jackson Jr. comes in, and there's like a group of thugs in there that try to, It's just fun. So, guys, just to keep it simple and sweet here, I would say Cocaine Bear was fun at the theaters, and it's worth checking out based on that alone. Now, where do I rank it? I would probably say I sort of side with the critics there. I would say it's a 7, maybe 6.5. 7 would be in generous out of 10. The audience is going to like it more because, as I said, those things that happen. Remember, most people go to a movie, they sit down with a big bag of popcorn, they watch the movie, they have a few laughs, and they get out of the theater, and then they totally forget about what they just saw. They don't care. They just move on to the next thing, right? Us movie fans, we sit down and we analyze it for structure and visual effects and stuff like that, and does it work? And it's kind of like, well, I don't really need to do that for this movie. It was just I wasn't expecting it to be as gory as it was at points, and it worked. It did work at times. It, like, you could have seen that it could have very easily have turned into a full blown horror movie, and seeing that come out of Elizabeth Banks, I felt was pretty cool. That was cool in my books. And as far as like the people that like the animal rights issues, people saying, well, you shouldn't do that for a real bear, or it was all CG, guys. And Elizabeth Banks was honored with a Barry Cast Award by PETA for Cocaine Bear because it praised its CGI efforts. You know, that's like the animal rights people. So they don't like it if you use an actual bear for this kind of stuff. You couldn't do it for what they were trying to pull off. And it's silly, yes, but I had fun with it. So, yeah, that's what I say. It's going to be one of my more favorite movies for February here in 2023. What do you guys think about it? Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Hit that thumbs up button, guys, and subscribe because you're watching Mirror Domains. All right. There we go. There. Whoops. Let me pull down this and pull up some chats from our live stream. Eweaver says, obviously the bear is a metaphor for addiction, guys. Jeez, yeah, yeah. No, they weren't trying to do anything like that. There was not a lot of subtext to Cocaine Bear. Did you know Cocaine Bear was filmed in Ireland? How about that, Art Glass? Was it? Was it seriously?